Predators. How's it going?
Wow. It's good.
I'm
Nick. I'm Nick
Jinx.
still.
It was going so well, and then we just ruined that intro.
I still like it.
Yeah, it's kind of breaking the cycle, I think.
What kind of cycle?
The karmic cycle. So when everything's going so well. And honestly, in my life, everything's going really well. Like even the bad days, like they're just like, okay, I'll just walk right over them. But I remember like when my life wasn't going so hot, I'd have these like really bad days where I was like, oh, fuck this job. I was like, I need to get the hell out of here. And you just like, it just compounds. It gets worse and worse when it slaps you in the face. And it's just like somebody says something off, and then it's just like kind of, it just keeps growing. It's like that snowballs. We're all familiar with snowballing. It's when one day gets worse, and
then it gets worse and worse.
You have to close your eyes and hope you get through it.
Just close your eyes. So we're talking about bad days.
Yeah, it's when they happen to you. It's a
predator.
Predator, yeah.
Kind of is.
It's weird that your own emotions do that to you.
Yeah.
It's not only that like definitively bad, objectively bad things happen. It's that they happen in a series, and then they also happen like when you feel your worst. Like you'll probably feel that bad even if those things don't happen to you, but they seem to pile on. It's the piling on of negativity. It's
you're 5 minutes late and you walk to the car and you didn't realize it frosted that morning, and now you have to defrost your car. And you didn't realize that the last time you used it and threw it in your girlfriend's car. So it's locked in her car. You're outside. You already started your car. You have to unstart your car because you need the keys to get back in the house. And then you have to go in the house, get her keys, get your defroster tool, and go back out. In this time that it happened, you're already late. You forgot that you brought your coffee back in, that you bring to work every day in your coffee mug. It's inside. You don't realize that till you're 5 minutes on the road. And because you're 5 minutes late, guess what? You hit all those new school buses you forgot about. Oh my God. And this is the one day the manager was in before everyone. Oh, and he says, hey, didn't we talk about timeliness? And you're like, I'm always on time. And he's like, oh, just today you were behind today. And you're like, I know, it's my froster and it was in her car. I don't know, it's fine. I'm going to put it down in the report that you were late. If we could work on your timeliness. I'm always timely. No, it's okay. I'm just going to put it in the report. And that's just the beginning of your day. Everything else goes wrong. It's so beautiful.
It is interesting how it all begins. Because the beginning really sets you off on a certain mood, a certain tone. If you don't sleep well, you've had a hard time.
Wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Is that a real thing?
Shoelace? Had a bad day.
What is that? I never heard that.
Had a bad day. So, fuel?
Like a fuel song?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuel. Oh, that's so weird. I knew it was a fuel song, but I don't... Broke a shoelace? I don't recall that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That would piss me off.
I don't know what other sets.
Imagine if you broke a shoelace? Oh, my God. I'd be like, you break a shoelace once every 3 years. Why was it today? I'm already late. Like, you know what I mean? It's weird.
Have you ever seen the movie The Game with...
Cuba Gooding Jr.?
No. There's one where it's like it was all purposely set up as like a birthday gift, where it was everything was like everyone was an actor. It's Truman Show, but in a dark universe, where he's pretty much like dumped in Mexico to like try to find his way back to the perfect posh life.
He knows everyone's an actor. Everyone knows it, and everyone's supposed to be in on it, but it becomes so real.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
I don't know why I brought that up, actually. There's probably a piece in there that, like, it's probably one of those things that it all seems like it's set up for you. I was like...
Yes, it does seem like a Rube Goldman machine.
Oh, my God.
I forgot his name. I thought you would... Yes, thank you.
Hey,
anyway, those machines that, like, one thing hits another, and then the other hits the other, and this connects around to here, and then the weight of this lifts this item, and then this sets off a flame, and it's all like, God damn it, you can't stop this machine that keeps rolling and rolling and ruining your day and making everything worse. and worse and worse.
Snowball.
And snowballing, where one man meets in an alleyway and he has to, in his mouth, tell
Get
you
through
it's
the
going to be a
day.
terrible day.
Yeah.
A terrible day. Yeah.
So, how do you avoid it?
You can. I think once you start snowballing or once everything starts going wrong, you try and get back into your normalcy. You can't.
No.
You're already off.
I think some people try to ignore it and they try to push through it, which is an okay way to do it.
Admirable.
But I also
admirable.
Yes, I also feel that if you accept it and kind of dwell a little bit, like if you're giving yourself a little bit of time to be like, just suck in all that hatred and sadness and everything that's gone wrong, all that karma and the down cycle, just like feel it, just experience it, and then you'll probably make a normal day a little bit happy, so you can offset.
It's weird. The Germans have a word for it, Glastenfritzen. It's where it has to do with sunlight pain. It's where you wake up and you're so hungover that the sunlight, which is usually a beautiful thing, causes you extreme pain in your eyes and everything. And everything that's nice is now painful. And it's like, oh.
What was that word again?
I forget. Glastenfritzen, I believe.
Yeah.
And if it's not, I just coined it.
It's like frost-covered glass, you know? How it just surprises you and it's painful for some reason.
Frost is very painful, yeah.
I guess. So I guess, is there anything else? I mean, you could...
I think this happens everywhere, though. I mean, it's like, it's the one day you showed up to school late, you had your shirt untucked, you got a demerit, and you didn't realize it was a day you had to give your presentation, so you try and give it off the cuff, and your shirt was untucked, and someone said something to you, and you look down, and everyone's laughing, and your shirt was on backwards. It's like, it's kind of like the nightmare where you show up with your just in your underwear, like everything is going wrong, and you can't correct the train. Is that the word?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No.
Because I feel like you're already so off center that when you try and be normal about it, it's worse.
Maybe so.
I think I listened to an episode of The Unpanders where they talked about the kid pooped in the car seat and you don't know if you can wash the car seat. It turns out, you know what I mean? Like you hear all these things and it compounds. It keeps getting bigger. The only way to handle it is to just breathe, realize that it's one day, and one day can't make or break your life. You can't lose 40 pounds and have a six-pack in one day. You can't all of a sudden go from your shitty job to a nice, glorious job where you're president of a company in one day.
It is a slow churn to the top. And
it is.
The closer you get to the top, the better you feel day to day.
Sure.
I think.
But one day cannot stop you, and it cannot make or break you.
I wonder how human beings
would
be without sleep, because sleep is the ultimate resetter. So if you had a continuous life from start to finish where you didn't get a break and it was just expected to just keep going, how far back would you feel if you had a bad day early on and it set you back?
Well, how long does it last? Because there's no sleep.
There's no days, so it's pretty much all your life.
Well, I mean,
the one day that you have
is your life.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a piece of this that's like chemical, that it's not only that these things happen to you, it's that your emotional swings are up and down, and some days I feel like there's multiple sine waves combining to form this like giant trough, and I think that's a chemical thing.
Yes. I believe in football. There's he's due, he's not due. Mm-hmm. He's going to have a good season, he's going to have a bad season. That applies to everything else in life. So that I think sometimes you're due to have a good day, even if you don't deserve it. You're due to have a bad day, even if you don't deserve it. Mm-hmm. So that if this combines with the trough that you're going to have a shitty day, you're going to have a shitty sex life, you're going to have a shitty sex life day. Is that a thing?
Sex day, yeah. A full day of bad sex.
Oh. But I mean,
horrible day.
You're going to have bad luck. You're going to be on the wrong side of one of your coworkers. Your boss is going to happen to be monitoring you that day, and he himself be in a bad mood. Like all this stuff can combine to form the ultimate you're screwed.
But also, on the flip side, sometimes bad things happen and it causes you to trigger something that moves you past the situation you're in and makes it a better place to be in. So
that's a positive way to look at it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the outcome of fate and destiny, your emotions don't matter. Just tuck them away and bury them nice and deep.
Deeper and deeper.
Deeper and deeper.
Deeper and deeper. Love that.
Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah. So is today the worst day of your life? Yeah. That's pretty messed up.
That's pretty messed up. I was going.
So can you avoid it? What do we look out for this thing? Like what happens? You got to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
You have to take it.
The other option is understand that there's positives and negatives and accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative.
What's the positive on the day where I'm already late? My manager hates me. It was,
you just have to remember the negative day, the positive day, and say, this positive day rocks, and relish it.
That's wonderful, but what does that do for me on that day?
I don't know. Put it in a jar. Grab that scent and sniff it later.
Sniff the nasty scents later, because it will remind you that there was once a day where everything went wrong, and you can break this out when everything goes right. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah.
So take the bad day on the chin. There's still nothing you can do about the bad day. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can do about everything screwing you. There's nothing you can do about F it. Everything went wrong. The shipping company was wrong. There's a Mitch Hedberg joke in here where he says, you can get this product with 3 easy payments. And he says, no company ever says you can get this in 3 hard payments. The mailman will get shot. The something will get lost, and payment must be made in wampum. And I'm always like, damn, he's got a good point. Like, no one ever says that to you, but it's going to happen once in a while. You're going to get screwed.
Yeah. Prepare for it.
Take it and just deal with it, because guess what?
Learn from it.
Everyone has them. Everyone has them too.
Bum, 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 bum. Predators.